Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you hear me okay. Let's do a share screen. I want this one.
Sure can hear you.
Okay, excellent. Okay, guys. Okay, super cool. Hang on just one sec. I'm just looking at what's going on over here. Okay. I got something really, really cool I want to show you, but I got to organize myself. Give me just one sec, guys. Okay. Like this. Like this. All right. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? My computer is just bogged down by everything here. All right. Super cool. So I'm gonna just dive right into it because, and let me just actually put up the. Let me see what's going on over here. Okay. My algo already made money like just before we opened up on the buy sell here. Sell buy, got long here, took profits here on this move. I'm just trying to see if this thing is going to take the breakout trade, the high low trade over here on NAS. But we're going to let all this stuff just sit for a minute because I got something much more interesting, really, really cool that I want to show you that is part of my like endless research that I did this whole week. Actually, I just I've been glued to the screens. That's going to really help us refine the high probability entry, which, by the way, this is not like this is just an okay entry. Hopefully, it will float up. No, not really. The buy low worked, but the high is just too stretched out from the moving averages. So we'll see if it's actually going to take me out here. Let me see. Maybe. So 93. So 88, 93. I'm just watching the watching my feuds here. Let's try to see if it's floating around. But and actually I need this screen to show you what I have in mind. But let's let this thing play itself out. Should I just close it out? Okay, I'm just gonna close. Okay, I'm gonna close it out because I really want to. It looks like it's probably gonna go to target. Because I really want to show you the really, really cool thing. The only way I can show this to you is on 5 right now because I don't have this on 4. But gonna blow your mind a little bit. Okay. Connie, Miguel, Fumihiro, good morning, guys. Okay. So again, you guys don't have this. Excuse me. Oh, because Daniel and I are still working on the indicator, and frankly, the indicator is super simple to make. We'll make one for TradingView very, very soon. This is the 3-candle breakout. So start of trend, it monitors in a downtrend the lowest low of the three candles at the start of trend. Oh, good! Look at this. A good thing I took myself out. Jesus. And then if the candle closes, it creates an arrow, creates a signal, right? Super simple. Basically, all it is a signal that the highest of the 3 highs or the lowest of the 3 lows was taken out on a closing basis, right? Is everybody clear on this? It's effectively what I call an explosion signal. And by the way, I may actually just start trading right now before I explain the full thing to you, because what I'm trying to show you is actually setting up. So I was looking through this forever and ever, just a million different ideas, so on and so forth. And then I remember yesterday we centralized on a very, very, very good setup, which is when we have trend breakout, price comes into the moving averages, into the support, and then if it reverts on a buy sell base. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to put the buy sell mode in right now, because did it take me in? No, I guess not. Okay. Oh, it wasn't strong enough. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this. Hang on a second. All right, I'm gonna have to. Damn it! Why didn't this take me in the trade? Okay, it's fine. If this candle holds pretty well, like in other words, if this candle stays strong, I may just go manually on this candle, because remember, this is a retrace into the moving averages, creating a buy sell structure. Let's give it like it's got to, I want it to be 50% or stronger to the close. So if it starts closing to the lows, we're not going to get interested. But if it holds the highs, I'm just gonna stay with this thing. Hopefully, it'll give me a chance here. 12, 11 seconds. 6, 7, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna go in and starting to read. Did it not go in? Oh, it did go in. Okay. All right. Let's see if it, let's see if the idea works. We've got a lot of volatility right now, and the trade should have been right here. So I'm a little bit late, but I'm still trying. I'm trying to trade the thesis that I have in mind. The key thing that struck me as a very, very, very interesting input, and obviously the input doesn't work all the time, but it works many, many more times than it doesn't, is that in order for the retrace into the moving averages, in order for this to be a retrace trade instead of just simply a failure trade, right? We need some sign of what I call explosion trend. That means a trend that truly tries to establish itself. That it's not just simply a tight little range over here that doesn't have any meaning. As a matter of fact, these are all, by the way, explosion trends. So what I realized that is so cool, even though this is going to turn into a failure probably, because the trade should have been on this one, not on this one, but I was like, anyways, let's just watch this. Let me just watch the trade and see if it can resolve. Give myself 1, 2. What's my TP on this? 82.5. We'll see. Boom. Okay, good. All right. So principle in action. So what I wanted to show, what I wanted to kind of share with you is that I had this incredible insight that was super cool. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Let me get a little tighter. Oh no, maybe the other way around. Basically, in order for a retrace trade, by very definition, means that there is trend, and that trend has continuity, right? By the way, look at this thing. Now it's running away completely. I should have actually traded this with 10, but I had an old setting on the thing. Anyways, the point being is, I totally lost my train of thought. The point being is, when you're looking at all these arrows over here, right? Only in a couple of trend slices do you see an actual. See how there's no arrows here? There's no arrows here. That means there is no trend break. That means there is no what I call explosive trend, right? No possibility of explosive trend. Here's an arrow break. Here's an arrow break, meaning yes, there is now significant downtrend in place. Once we have significant downtrend in place, then the retrace trade, which is basically the logic of the retrace trade, is we do a buy sell or sell buy entry, meaning green red for a short, red green for a long entry. The not the trigger candle. This is the trigger candle, but the prior candle. If you're to the short side, the high has to be bigger than the fast moving average. So in this case, the high is clearly bigger than the fast moving average, right? So basically, you have a condition: explosion of trend by the definition by creation of the arrow signal. Then we have the buy sell couplet or the sell buy couplet, where the buy component of it has to be bigger than the moving average. Retrace into the trend, right? Sort of like, just I'm defining this for you in a move. Then short, boom, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here's an explosion of a trend. We have the arrow signal here, right? Here's the entry. This one wobbles. It all depends on how you want to trade this. I generally, like to trade this with a 10-20. So if you trade this with a 10-20, this actually survives the very, very ugly 20, dip over here and goes full 10 over here on the move, right? So fine, boom. This, let's assume this trade has already got done. We got a second signal. Now we have a third signal. Again, you have enough of a signal that it's what I call explosion trend. This is the entry. Sell, definitely deep in the fast moving averages. This is the buy. We get long at 28. Again, I'm trading 10-20, so I'm looking for 38. I think 38 gets hit over here. This is 43. Boom, done. Okay, here, explosion signal. I don't have. Actually, I do have. I take it back. The signal, the buy sell doesn't start till all the way out here. Again, perfect entry. Boom, right? Here's a beautiful classic entry. Explosion signal. This is the buy sell right over here. Get a little bit of, we have a little bit of slippage back, but still with a 10-20 moves in like a killer into the trade, right? In the meantime, anything that's tight, that's bogus, boom, 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 no signals, I'm ignoring, right? Here's the first failure of the day. And actually, it depends on how you define it. This is actually, so here's an explosion signal right over here. Here's the red that does clearly breaks the fastest MA. If you took this candle, which is very problematic, so I'm not gonna say I took it. Took this candle, this actually would have worked. If you were sort of more classic and decided I'm going to take this candle, this failed. Okay, but this is like the first failure in six chart examples. Here's a final explosion candle, right? High over here. As long as the high is above the fast moving average, great. I'm short over here, 10-20, wham, bam. Thank you very much. Here's no explosion candles, even on the open, means no signals. No explosion candles, no signals. I'm not trading. I'm not making stupid stuff. Here's the trade that we took with me right over here. Explosion signal. I should have taken this trade. I took this one. I had a little bit of heat. Doesn't matter. I made bank on the move. I think it's super exciting because it's completely price driven. We're not running any derivatives. We're not running any indicators. We're not overlaying anything that is derivative price. There is no room for interpretation. It's a sort of a clean, crisp structure. Do I have the signal? Absolutely. Because defining the width of the MACDs, defining the spread of the moving averages, that's all very, very subjective. And it all really, what is the absolute width that you need in order for it to be a real trend? Who the fuck knows? But what you need in order for trend to be established is the first three candles broken to the upside. True, then you have a much higher confidence that trend is in place. Once you have confidence that trend is in place, then every retrace trade in trend at value point becomes an incredibly great risk-reward ratio, probability, right? So everybody follow me as to how we're putting together all these little pieces that we've been working on, for a while, and how we can just sort of kill it by just focusing on that structure, right? So again, my apologies that I don't have everything, all the visuals for us. And here's the thing, I tried to apply this logic to to the just to the single entry, to the buy sell candles that we have, just to the what do you call it? Like our regular reversals candles, and it's not that clear to me that I mean, the big problem with the reversal candles is they don't pop up. Sometimes they pop up at an actually excellent location where, so in this case, for example, we know from prior chart, I don't have the because this is a 4, so I only have a 5 indicator, but we know from the prior chart, and actually, you know what, I think I can hang on a second, let me let's do this. So this is trend. Let me put reversal on here. Let me put reversal pure one on here, and I'll make them all blue, and you guys can see the blues. Okay. All right. So here's my problem. Yeah, this is my problem with kind of retrofitting this idea, using the trend break indicator as our clean, clear establishment of trend, is that the buy sell signals kind of like here's the buy sell signal over here. How do you trade it? If you trade it, on a sell buy note, do you have explosion moment? Yes, it's not bad. It kind of works, I guess. If you sell it over here at was that 29.75? What's the low over here? 20. So I mean, it's good for basically 5. That's kind of like it's a 5-10 trade. It's good for about for 10. But so here's the explosion move, right? And actually, I take it back. I guess this, if you did it on a buy sell basis, which is actually on my other algorithm is running it on a buy sell basis, it's not horrible. I guess you have the reference point here. This would be your entry. As a matter of fact, this is exactly what my algo did on the other computer. You got long here. You took 5. That was fine. The problem is that in this kind of, I don't know if 10 is just enough of a volatility envelope to make us survive. So if I'm long over here, 79, what's the dip over here? Down to 71. I guess it survives it. Barely survives it. But yeah, I mean, it's it's good. If you flip the R&R to anything worse than 1 to 2, you just don't have the edge. I mean, the beautiful thing about the retrace trade is like literally, 75%, not even 75, 70%, but 75% on a 2-to-1 edge, which is a really good edge. This one, on a buy sell basis, is a little bit problematic. But regardless, I mean, it's not a bad idea to see if we could retrofit the trend break indicator as our trend filter, because the even with a single signal that we've really kind of simplified things for, it's so I remember the other problem. Okay, so this is the other problem with this. I just realized I remember this. So with a retrace, there's always logical sequence. We have the explosion signal, and then we have retrace, right? The problem with the reversal signal is that the reversal signals sometimes will appear before the explosion indicator. So all the reversal signals are in blue. This is the green explosion indicator. So it's kind of, if you don't have this signal, you really don't have a legitimate reason to take this trade. And the problem is that you don't take this trade. That's the only trade there is in the trend slice. But that's probably the right the right idea. And also, it's not like this doesn't fail. Here's a clear failure. Here's the explosion. Here's the buy sell over here. It just doesn't too high, and dips quite a lot. Even if you bought this on a 46, it dips all the way down to I mean, you got killed. I mean, this is just complete kill. You got complete kill. Let's just take a look at this. It's okay. I mean, I think it's definitely accretive. It's certainly helpful. So here's the explosion signal. Here's the reversal signal. You're selling over here. You're fine. You definitely make bank. Here's the reversal signal without any explosions. You don't really have any legitimate trade. Here's clear ones. Yeah. So I think I think it's okay. I mean, I for some reason I wasn't as enthused about this as I was. I mean, I think the retrace is just such a great signal, but really this is a very, very interesting combo. And this is I think this is the missing link to filtering out all the chop trades. I mean, that's really what this is. This is telling you, no, there's not chop. There's actually methodical trend establishment. Because what we need in order to succeed is we need directional trend, right? We need sustained directional trend. And that's basically the signal of sustainability. We don't have that signal. We have zero. Here again, we have the explosion signal. Here's the buy sell mode on reverse. Pretty good. pretty good. I mean, like it's okay. It's a really good filter. Here it comes before the signal. We don't take it. We just don't take it. It's fine. We pass up. We have the retrace trade. The retrace trade works beautifully. Like even here or here, regardless where we are, the retrace trade is going to work for us really, really well. Explosion, reversal, beautiful. I mean, it really does. Yeah, here it fails. I mean, yeah, but you see that seems to be, it's sort of in a low volatility environment. You're going to get a couple of false signals here. So yeah, so this is an explosion signal. The retrace trade works fine. You're buying over here. What is this? This is 86. How high does this go? This goes all the way up to 95. What is this? No, sorry. Where did I buy this? Yeah, this is. I remember this. This is Asia. This is yesterday's Asia, 8 o'clock, the deadest hour in the world. Time where you probably shouldn't even trade at all. But you do have like an explosion signal. So if you trade this, you got to trade this for a 510. You trade it for 510, you're fine. You take it for 86, it goes to like 90. You never even come close to 76 on the stop, so you're fine. You can do the same thing on the retrace trade. Let's go backwards a little bit more. Let's go to. Yeah, look. No, this doesn't. No explosion. This is prior, so not a signal. Not a signal. Not a signal. This is a signal. This just simply, I think, kills you on volatility, which is occasionally you're going to get that too. So, but here this works actually beautifully. Signal, reversal buy, we buy over here, beautiful trade. Signal, reversal, sell. We get into this trade over here, and it's a 76, and I think he just literally nips us out, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, no. Hang back. So I'm short 76. 96 is my stop. It goes to 91. It really, takes me out, and then boom, slide. No, it actually works. The algo would have made money on all of that. So that's a big no. It's just here's another good. This one kind of fades. I think this one dies for us. So we have explosion signal here. We're buying here. This is, what time is this? This is like 11 o'clock. This is like 16:58, which is about pretty much noon New York. So I'm long here at 82, and I think this collapses. So yeah, it's the London failure. It's fine. So this loses, this wins. So if you sort of started yesterday with you ignore all of these because you don't have an explosion signal anywhere here. You ignore all this crap, which is perfect because there literally is no signals here. This is great. This is like exactly why this filter works so well. You see, all these are all bogus filters that would have stopped us out 100 different ways to Sunday. We just ignore them all. So starting here, signal, boom, money. This one fails because this one just dies on us. This one works, so 2 to 1, and we're looking for 3 to 1. That's all we need. No, sorry. That's an old one. So 2 to 1. Now I'm looking for an explosion signal. 3 to 1. There you go. 3 to 1. I need to be 3 to 1 on a 1 to 2, and I'm in good shape. It's kind of a relatively relaxed day because you're just ignoring a ton of volatile, useless noise in the trade. So obviously this has got to be algorithmically done. I mean, you could certainly do this yourself because it's not that hard. It just requires the laying down of I'm gonna create all of this stuff in both 4 and 5 and TradingView. You just simply need to overlay the indicators one on top of the other, but it's a lot easier. Yeah, so Boris wants me to summarize the rules, right? You want me to summarize the rules? Okay, let me summarize the rules for you guys. Let's get rid of, sorry. So Boris, I'm gonna take you off the screen here just for a second. I'm gonna summarize the rules for you guys. Let's go to the end, and I'm actually gonna get rid of the the reversal signals just for now, because let's just talk about retraces, okay? Let's just talk about the retrace trade, which is the money trade. That's the trade that we want to do all day long. So component number one, and I'm going to show you we'll show you the retrace trade right over here, right? So component number one of the okay. Sorry, I'm just watching my other algo. Component number one of the trade is that we need the break of this is to the downside, obviously, the break of the top three, right? That creates the trend signal, trend explode. I call it trend explosion signal because it's just, it's more dramatic. Here's a trend explosion signal now. So it's creating a downward trend explosion signal for us. Great. If it holds, and it's got to hold, then the arrow stays. If the arrow, and see, it doesn't hold. So got to stay. We got about 14 seconds. Price stays here. Then we have a much higher probability that a retrace trade is actually going to work in our favor on a buy-sell basis, right? So boom, we got the signal. But the idea is, yes, Boris, explosion signal, retrace trade where the high of the buy candle got to pierce the fast SMA, right? And then we get the buy-sell coupler. We got to have that. 1, 2, 3, boom, we're done. That's the trade. That's the trade. So now we just simply wait patiently to see if we can get a move back up into the moving averages to see if we can get a move, right? So that's what I call the clean, clear trend entry. What I call the best probability trend entry, because that one has, you're buying at value, you're buying with momentum, you have trend signals. I mean, it's all beautifully shown to you, right? The other variant is where I put our, reverse trader. Sorry, where I put our reverse trader signals on the chart. And I'm going to make them all blue so that so they're distinct. On a chart, and the same concept, but we're triggering off the reverse signal, not the retrace signal. So if we have trend explosion, we have the reverse signal, buy, sell, we're short here at 28, right? This thing doesn't quite, give us the full 10. And that's why I say to you, this one is less of a, the problem is it depends where it shows up. If it shows up very, very late in trend after the explosion signal has been given, it becomes harder to make the full 10 points. So at this point, you have to trade it with a 5-10. So what's interesting now, by the way, is okay, we can play this game very, very nicely. So we have the explosion signal, we have the reverse signal. We can try to play the reverse game here, assuming this holds, and we'll wait till this thing holds, and then if it holds, I'll set the sell mode in place, because we're obviously in a downtrend, and we'll see if we can get a sell mode reversal signal structure trade off the move here. So let's be a little patient here on this thing. So far, it did not show, right? So we got no signal. And remember that what we're really looking for is the money trade somewhere over here. We would like price to fail to the downside somewhere around this region. That's going to give us much higher confidence that okay. So now, okay, reversal signal picked up. We're going to go into the sell mode. I'm going to trade it very tight here, 10-5. Let's see if so. It's turning into a sell candle. Let me see what and I want my sell candle to be at least 50. So let me see if I put my properties. Yeah, candle is 50. Okay, so it's good. All right. Oh, it's nice. The Candle is retracing against me. So if it stays in the upper end of the body, it's not going to trade. So it's got to stay around here. So we'll see if we can get a move here. Boom, boom. That was super fast. Okay, so there you go. I didn't. I did not go for the full 10 just because this is so far stretched out from the moving average. I didn't know how much more downside there was, but you can see it was super fast on the move. Anybody do this trade, by the way? Like Connie, anybody do this on NAS? Did you guys have it pre-set up? And now it's extending. Connie likes this. Connie is happy today. Connie's happy because I got my explosion trend indicator in place. I can't tell you how much. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, guys. Let me just close the door. Hang on a second. I can't tell you how much fucking around I did this whole week, ignoring all of my duties, trying to do all this research. And honestly, I could not care less. I'm so happy. I am so happy that I wasted all this time, because it's only the wasting of time that you kind of discover interesting ideas. So there you go. I do this for you. Kay is going to kill me because I've done literally no work this whole week, but I really don't care because this is so much fun. And now it's the whole point is like writing code is it's exactly like writing a story. It's an incredibly sloppy process. Like people think that just because it's you're writing algorithms that it's all very methodical and logical and sequential and all that shit. It couldn't be further from the truth. It's the most cluttered, screwed up trial and error approach you can possibly imagine, because it's the only way you can discover interesting things that work and don't work. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, because this was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun researching this week. So now we wait. Now we got nothing. We're just chilling like a villain, because we don't have anything until this thing comes back up into the zone. And I don't even have. So my apologies. We can't even look at the Dow and all the other stuff, just because I don't have the trend break indicator on the 4, and because of that, we can't really analyze any of the other instruments properly, because I think that's the whole thing is certainly you could say, okay, yeah, this is so you can just judge, of course, the triple gets broken out. This is clear trend. So if you get a retrace move into the trend, definitely works. Even this one, red green, totally works. These trades are super clean. Is this a break of the 3s? I can't tell. if this is a break of the 3s. So that's the problem with we're trying to do this without the indicator. Did the German break the 3s? I think it probably does over here, which means that this was the reference point indicator. If we sold over here, it would have been a very good sell. I think it breaks the 3s. Let me see. This is the start of trend, right? I think so. This is the start of the downtrend. This candle is the 3 candle break, which gives us the explosion signal. So yeah, it works really well. Clearly here it does. Clearly here, the explosion signal was definitely somewhere around here. If you do a buy sell on this thing, you're doing a right over here. The buy sell and the retrace trade are actually the same trade in the German. A nice clean trade. So now obviously I'll have the tools for you guys as soon as possible, but you can eyeball a lot of this stuff. That's the beauty of it. Like, that's the thing. a rough filter that works is a million times better than a precise filter that doesn't. You know, I mean, that's kind of like, that was a big takeaway for me this week in terms of understanding it. So, you know, I'm watching the German here. The German actually, I think, also broke the. Do I have a 3 filter? Where's the moving averages? Okay, this is negative. This is negative. This is negative. This is negative. So this does break the 3. I think, is this negative? 25. Yes. So this is a signal. This is a signal. So the German. This is actually fun. Let's play the German right now. So the German. What do we got? 36 seconds. So we can go into the buy sell mode. Oops, sorry, cancel. I want to go into sell mode. So let's go to German on the 5. Let's see if the failure at, more or less the failure at the retrace level, this assumes it's got to stay red, puts us into a trade here. And actually, as I'm looking from my other corner, from the corner of my eye, I see that the NAS definitely goes into the sell mode here. Okay, now we're in. We'll see if the retrace trade works here. On the NAS, on CFD, I'm going to go with 5 just because of spreads. Let's see if this. Racing away from us. NAS doing its usual thing of torturing me today, but it's okay. I mean, you know, as I said, it's a 3 out of 4 trade. This could be one of those situations where it's just simply we had so much volatility that it's, you know, it's retracing. But let's be patient. So it's definitely pressing. Let's see if they can, you know, keep the pressure on. It's like it's a definite battle here. So it's, you know, not as clean a trade as some of the other trades that we've seen, but let's see if we can get a little bit of sell pressure here. And boom. Okay, I'm going to take 3 out of this thing, and it actually goes 5. And there you go. You know, and now it goes full 10. You know, it put a little bit of heat on us. Sometimes it does, but it still pretty much resolves, like right then and there. Anybody hang tough in that, hang tight in that trade? Jonathan got it. Good job. Good job. Cheryl's like, no, I just got +5. +5 is better than plus nothing, right, Cheryl? I mean, I know. I should have hung. I mean, you know me, I hate CFDs, so I'm always trying to blow out too early. But anyways, the concept here is always to show the concept, not to be perfect. It's to show the idea so that you guys can then take the idea and run with it all day long. So, you know, that's it. I think, you know, we're kind of blown out of. I didn't even look at what is the German doing? I haven't even looked. Where's my German? Oh, I was in the German. We're still in the German. It's kind of floating because I lost my focus on the German. It took us like 3 or 4 in the money. let's actually, I'm just curious. Okay, let's just look. We'll play the German. Let's see the German, which is so much more slower and so much more annoying, and has so much better worse spreads than me. Let's just see where did that take me into the trade? I'm trying to remember. So this took me. This was the trade. This was a trade. How come this? Oh, is this the spread? Oh wow, man, the spreads are just horrible. So this was the start of the trade, and this was the actual entry on the spread. Okay, this is why I look at the German. It's a 3-point spread. It's freaking highway robbery. I don't know how you could trade German on a CFD basis. Like a fucking 3-point spread on a 14,000 instrument, which trades choice like 90% of the time anywhere else. I guess they hate making markets in it. I guess they hate the volatility out of it. I don't think, honestly, that's the thing. You can trade NASDAQ fast. You can trade Dow because Dow is relatively liquid. All the other stuff, I think we have to trade much more positionally. And, the interesting thing is that all of this stuff is obviously, very fractal. So we could certainly trade this on our, as a matter of fact, I was looking at the trend break indicator on the hourly charts, and it's really, really cool. It's really, really amazing. We could let me see if we could actually do this on this thing. Oh, sorry, I don't have. It's got to be on the 5. Where's this? Where's my 5? Okay, let's look at this. Let's see if we can go on the hourlies. Let's see what we got. Do I have a trend break? Yeah, this is just sort of like a fractal demonstration. So here's trend break, right? Really, really strong. Here's the reversal. Here's the sell buy, obviously with like 50, 100-point stops. But look at this monster placement. You're here, boom, you're out here on a beautiful exit. Let me see where I go. Here's trend break. Wow, this is an hourly. Holy cow! Here's trend break. Here's the signal, which is very far away. But this is the sell buy over here. You short at 651, and it goes all the way down to. Wait, is this right? Let me see. Close 12,651, and then the low. Low is 12,562, right? So that's like a 100-point low. That's what I was trying to figure out. So it's like this is like a 100, 200 versus 2010 type of version. So it's a 100-point move, to the downside. Here's trend break, but here moving averages crossover. So this is really not a signal. This one is unfortunately before. But look, by the way, on the retrace trade, we have the explosion signal. Here's the retrace trade. You come in over here, you do get a little bit of heat, but if you're trading with a 200, 100, you certainly survive the stop. You're coming in, you short here, or conversely, if you don't like the buy sell combo because this is not a 50% candle, you just simply get in on this one, which is a buy sell combo on a 50% candle, and that becomes a much, much better entry. But regardless, even if you're here, you're coming in at 13,297. The heat against you is 13,329, 297. So it's really only like 40, 50 points, and then it drops like a stone to like 300 points. So you only have like 50 points of heat against 300 points of decline here on the hourly basis. So it's just interesting. This is all obviously just as fractal as anything else that we can do. Here, let's go to the end. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so now we're doing the 11 o'clock consolidation and churn, which is fine. We just chill and wait. But this was great because this is kind of the culmination of all the stuff we've been doing this whole week. And I wanted to show you the full arsenal of ideas that we can then bring to bear next week once they're all ready to go and ready to integrate through everything. Okay. So everybody's good. Any questions? Good trading today. Like I hit every trade. I don't like, it was so fast. Some of them I don't even know, but like, we're in good shape on all of them. So that's it. Thank you guys. Anybody who's new, here, feel free to ask me any questions. I just throw you into the water because we're all trading here every day. If you're new with us, the best way to learn is just come with us every day. And if you can't come every day, then watch the video. The video gets put up in about an hour. Just review the video every day. You'll get it. It's super fast. It's I'm talking a whole bunch of jargon, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes really, really cool. And I hope you guys are going to really like it. Thank you guys. Everybody have a great, great weekend. It's springtime in Jersey, so I can't be happier. And hopefully next week will be a great one for all of us. Everybody enjoy. I will see everybody. I'll see everybody Monday for the webinar, but then we're going to get real in Zoom as always, Tuesday through Thursday. Thanks a lot, guys. Everybody have a great day. Take care.